Nizzy, and in this video, you guys, we're going to be doing a little game preview of an upcoming matchup in the divisional round of the NFL, you guys. Packers versus 49ers. Huge fucking game. This is a legacy-defining run that I'm hoping the Packers can go on here. This is going to define Aaron Rodgers' legacy these next few weeks if he's able to go on a Super Bowl run and take home the Super Bowl. Obviously, he's the favorite to win the MVP this season. And then if we end up going on that big run, he gets Super Bowl MVP. That would just be the cherry on top of an outstanding career for Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, with things up in the air after this season, we're not sure if he's going to be coming back to play for the Green Bay Packers. He's talked possibly of retiring. Maybe wants a trade, maybe wants to go play for another organization. It's going to be tough to say what's going to happen after the season. So as Packers fans, you guys, we just got to sit back and enjoy the moment. Enjoy these last few weeks of the season. Like I said, fingers crossed, man. Hopefully we can go on a beautiful run here to the Super Bowl. Would love to see it, man. I feel like this could be the year for the Green Bay Packers. I feel like this is the best team Aaron Rodgers has probably ever had at his disposal here. Definitely probably one of the best defenses he's ever had. Playing behind him there. Obviously the best running back duos he's ever had. Probably one of the top offensive lines he's had in his career with the Green Bay Packers. So it's just everything's lining up perfectly for this Packers team this year. Obviously getting a bunch of guys back off of injury who haven't been able to play all season for us as well. So it's going to be a dogfight nonetheless. The 49ers are a great football team. And if we're able to scratch and claw and fight our way through this one, we're going to have another big-time matchup, whether it be against the Bucs or the Rams, to try and get to the Super Bowl. So we got a couple huge weeks here. Got to, take it week by week and try and beat this 49ers team first and foremost. And once we can accomplish that goal, then we'll move on to the next here and see who we're playing in the conference championship. But like I said, got to worry about this 49ers team first. I think it's a good matchup for us. I think we're going to be able to compete with them big time here. I don't think they're going to be able to steamroll us the way they did the Dallas Cowboys. I just don't think the Packers are going to crumble under the pressure like the Cowboys did last week. I think the Packers are going to be hungry, ready to roll. We've obviously got the experience of being in the playoffs the last couple of seasons and falling short of our goal of making it to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. I think this Packers team understands what it takes to get to a Super Bowl now. So I think things are going to be in our favor here. Obviously got home field advantage as well. It's going to be a big-time matchup here. We're going to have to see who's healthy and ready to roll for the 49ers. Obviously, they got a few guys dealing with some injuries. Probably most notably, Nick Bosa got injured last week. He's questionable with a concussion in this game. Fred Warner, I believe he will be a go for this game, but he did suffer an injury in last week's game, kind of tweaked his knee, I believe. So they got a couple guys dealing with some injuries there, I believe. Jimmy Garoppolo's coming in unhealthy as well. He's dealing with some injuries as well, so who knows, how healthy he's going to be out on the field and how good he's going to be able to perform. So this is just one of those opportunities that the Packers got to take advantage of. We got to hop on them early and often in this game, I think, get out to a big lead. If we can do that and shut down their run game, I think there's a good opportunity that the Packers can take this one out pretty handily here, you guys. But yeah, man, I'm just stoked for this game. Real quick before we start breaking down the rest of this game preview, you guys, if you can go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. I've been getting a lot of support lately on the channel, you guys, and I greatly appreciate it. We're going to keep coming out with as much content as possible for you guys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start getting back into this game preview, guys. We'll go through a little bit of an injury report for both teams here to start off. Starting off the Packers. Obviously, Jair is still questionable with that shoulder. Hopefully, he's going to be a go for the Saturday night matchup. It would be huge addition to that secondary unit of the Green Bay Packers to get him back into the fold. Bakhtiari's questionable for the game as well with his knee injury still. I would expect him to play in this game. Maybe not play every single snap out on the offensive side of the ball, but I would expect him to get a good portion of snaps out there. Obviously, he came out a little bit early in that game against Detroit a couple weeks ago due to fatigue, which makes sense because the guy hasn't played all season, obviously coming off of that ACL injury. So it's going to be interesting to see how many snaps he plays in the game against the 49ers. I don't think they're going to play him every down in that game. I think they're going to kind of work him in, get him to play maybe half of the snaps in the game against the Niners. If we can sneak out a win against them, then he'll be, a little more conditioned and ready to go for that NFC Championship game if we can get past the 49ers, you guys. Then we got Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who's questionable with a back injury as well. I'm really hoping this guy's ready to rock and roll for Saturday. We could desperately use him for the deep ball. I believe Randall Cobb's going to be coming back as well for this game on Saturday, so we're getting some of our pieces back here. And that's going to be huge for our offense, just having all those high caliber weapons out there on the field at the same time. I don't think we've had any games this year where we've had all of our wide receiver core together healthy for all the games, so it'll be nice if MVS is a go for this game on Saturday. And then we get Randall Cobb back as well. To the additions, obviously, of Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard, who've been playing outstanding. Josiah DeGuara stepped up big time at the tight end position for us. Big dog Mercedes Lewis has been real good as well this season. Hopefully we're getting Zadarius Smith and Whitney Merciless back on that D-line there. That would be huge addition for the pass rush if we get those two guys back for this game on Saturday. The pass rush has already been pretty solid this season, even though we've been dealing with some of those injuries to the D-line. But nonetheless, like I said, if you get an all-pro caliber player like Zadarius back, Whitney Merciless has been a Pro Bowler before in his career. He had a great career with Houston. He would be a big-time addition to that pass rush as well as being able to stuff the run a little bit. So I think getting those guys back will be huge. Josh Myers should be a go as well. Our rookie center, who's just been absolutely outstanding when he's been able to play, obviously missing a good chunk of the season with that knee injury. But anytime he's been out on the field, he's just been outstanding, lights out. Great second-round draft choice in last year's draft, and he's going to be the center of the future for us for years to come, no doubt about that. Then go over to the 49ers, you guys, some of their injuries. They got a linebacker, Marcel Harris, who's questionable with an Achilles injury. Defensive end Jordan Willis is doubtful with an ankle injury, so we'll have to see if he's able to go on Saturday. Defensive end Nick Bosa as well as questionable with a concussion. I would expect him to play, but I'm not too sure how the concussion protocol works. I think they got to pass some exams and some testing and stuff like that to be able to go for Saturday's game. So it'll be a game time decision for him. I would not be shocked though if he does play. It's a big time game. I would think he's going to do everything he can to get out on that field. And then Ambry Thomas, their cornerback, is questionable with a knee injury as well. And then, like I said, you got Fred Warner's a little bit banged up. He will be playing. Jimmy G's a bit banged up as well, but he will be playing as well. So that's where the Packers really got to take advantage, especially with Jimmy G banged up. If we can stuff their run game and not really allow them to get a lot of big yards off the run game and put the ball in Jimmy G's hands, I think that's going to give the Packers a good opportunity to take the victory in this one, you guys. With that being said, I guess we can go through some of the keys to the victory, what I got written down for both teams. We'll start off with the 49ers, you guys. I think some of the keys to the victory for them to be able to pull out the dub against the Packers in this one, they're going to need to dominate the time of possession. Obviously, like I said, they got a really good stout run game, so it's going to be huge for the Packers trying to shut down their run game. But if they can dominate the time of possession, maybe turn us over once or twice, keep Aaron Rodgers off of the field, that's going to help them out immensely, as well as being able to keep the ball into their hands of the running backs and Deebo Samuel, not put too much pressure on Jimmy G to have to do everything in this game, especially since he's not at 100%. They're going to need some help from the run game and some other guys stepping up to be able to take the win in this one, in my opinion. Another key to the victory for the 49ers, you guys, they're going to need to get some heavy pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, that offensive line of the Green Bay Packers has been phenomenal all season long, even with all the injuries. Getting some guys back definitely helps. So I think that's going to be huge. If the 49ers can get sustained pressure on Aaron Rodgers consistently throughout this game, make him uncomfortable inside the pocket, force him into some, uncharacteristic throws, things like that, maybe force him into a turnover, force fumble or something like that, that'll go a long way to helping the 49ers win. And then no turnovers as well, man. Anytime the Packers usually win the turnover battle, they usually win the game. I don't think we lost a game this season where we won the turnover battle. So that's going to be huge for the 49ers, especially with Jimmy G being injured in this one. He's got to be very careful with that football. He can't make any terrible decisions. No interceptions, no fumbles, things like that, given short field to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that'll be just an absolute death sentence for this 49ers squad. So those are some of the keys to victory for the 49ers, you guys. Heading over to the Packers side of things. Probably one of the biggest things to me is starting fast, getting an early lead on them. Like I said, if the Packers are able to go and start fast in this game, maybe start with possession, go and get a touchdown quick. If we can get out to like a 14-0 lead or, a 17-7 lead at halftime, something like that, I think that'll help out the Packers immensely, because that's going to force the 49ers into throwing the ball a little bit more than they would like to. If we can get them out of their run game and force it into Jimmy G's hands trying to throw the ball down the field to make a comeback in this game, I think that's going to benefit the Packers immensely. You know what I mean? So I think, 'cause at the end of the day, the 49ers need to dominate the time of possession, and they need to run the hell out of that football. So if we can force them into having to pass the ball a bunch in this game, I think this is going to really help out the Packers in the long run, being able to take the victory in the game, you guys. Which leads to the next key to the victory, shutting down the run game. Like I said, forcing Jimmy G to pass the ball since he's not 100% healthy. He's showing that he can make mistakes at certain key times throughout the game. Obviously, he had that big interception against the Dallas Cowboys, and obviously they weren't able to capitalize and come back and win that game. But it was a big time turnover at that point in the game. So like I said, if we can put the ball in Jimmy G's hands more, there's better chance of opportunity getting that ball turned over and getting it back into Aaron Rodgers' hands. So I think that's going to be a huge key to the game. key to victory for the Green Bay Packers as well. And then the final key to victory for the Packers, you guys, the special teams needs to have a clean fucking game. It's super, super important that the special teams unit has a clean game. I'm not saying they need to go out and try and win the fucking game for us, but they definitely need to go out there and not lose the fucking game for us. We can't have no turnovers on the punt returns. No missed field goals, no missed extra points, no flub ups. We got to be playing a solid special teams game in this one, you guys. The last thing you want to do is be looking back at the end of this game and be like, our fucking special teams is the reason why we lost. I mean, that would just be absolutely devastating if we lost because we missed a couple field goals or fumbled the ball on a kick return, something like that. So it's going to be important. Like I said, they don't need to try and win the game on special teams, but we definitely don't want to try and lose the game on special teams. So if we can just stay even keel, make our kicks, make sure we're making the right decisions in those key situations on the kick returns and the punt returns. And I think this Packers team can come out victorious in this game, you guys. I don't have a score prediction in this one. I think it's gonna be a close one, man. I wouldn't be shocked to see like a 30-27 or a 27-24 Packers, something like that. I think it could come down to the last couple of drives in the game to see who wins this one. You got two great teams going at it here, two great head coaches going at it. Two head coaches that have great schemes for their teams. So this is going to be an all-out battle, man. It's going to be a great divisional round weekend, you guys. There's just outstanding games all over the board. Can't wait to see all these matchups here. Really looking forward to the Tennessee Bengals game as well. That Chiefs-Bills game is going to be nasty. And then obviously you got the Buccaneers and the Rams, which is looking to be an absolute slugfest as well, you guys. So it should be an awesome weekend of football in the divisional round here. Hopefully the Green Bay Packers can come out victorious and keep on going on their playoff run here. Trying to get to that Super Bowl, man. Hopefully, I'm really, really hoping it's the Packers' year this year, like I said, especially after the start of the season with Aaron Rodgers coming out mentioning the last dance, him and Devontae Adams. So the time is now to seize the day as a Packers fan, man, and as a Packers organization. We got to go all in here for this Super Bowl, lay it all out on the line here, man, and see what happens. I'm stoked for this playoff run. Hopefully it doesn't end this weekend. We can continue on pushing forward towards that all-end glory of the Super Bowl. But that pretty well wraps it up for this video, you guys. Going to be a great game this weekend. We'd love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. How do you think the Packers match up against the 49ers in this one? And what do you think the Packers' chances are in going on a Super Bowl run here, you guys, and possibly Aaron Rodgers' last season? We'd love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. Once again, you guys, I appreciate taking the time to watch this video and every video on my channel. Please go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat signing off. Peace.